Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you've probably already seen from the title, today I'm going to introduce to you my Panda palette for the year 2018. Really exciting to start this new journey again, to start all fresh. And I've got my palette right here next to me. If you've been paying attention on during my palette collection video or my eyeshadow collection video, you might already have a guess about which palette I'm gonna be panning. But just to keep you guys no longer in suspension, I'm gonna be panning this Too Faced Enchanted Glamourland palette. It is a pretty big palette, and as I've already shown you guys before, but just to show you guys again, I really love this palette because look at this amazing inside. To begin with, when you initially open it, this is what you see, like these little elves, and then it has a blush up here, and it has the snow bunny bronzer in here as well, which I'm going to be working on as well this year. So yeah, that is exciting, but of course that is not all. I'm not just going to be panning this huge palette with a blush and a snow bunny bronzer. I also have some eyeshadows in here, and these are the eyeshadows that I'm going to be working on this year. There were an eyeshadow base, a Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and a lip gloss in here as well, but they are no longer there, so I'm not going to focus on these ones, of course, but I'm going to be focusing on all these eyeshadows here. So to show you guys a close-up of what this looks like, this is what I'm going to be working on, and as you can see, I've already finished one color, and this is just my perfect brow color, so I couldn't help myself and already finished this one off before. It is Velvet Revolver, and I love that shadow in my brows because it's a little bit more cool toned, but yeah, that is not there anymore. Now let's walk through the eyeshadows together. I'm gonna give you guys swatches, of course. And yeah, like something that's interesting about this palette is that multiple of the shadows are called exclusive because they were exclusive to this palette, and instead of giving them nice names, they named all of them exclusive, which is not going to be easy when I'm talking with you guys about these shades. But anyway, so I'm going to start from here, first row, second row, third row with my swatches. So I'm gonna make some swatches and get back to you. So these are the swatches of the first few shadows. As you can see, this one up here is a really nice light brown color, so I'm definitely going to be able to finish that one up pretty quickly. That one is called In the Buff, and then right next to it we have one of the exclusives of this palette. It is like, they're both kind of pinky tone, but this one is a little bit darker. But I think with my skin tone, like, this would really brighten. This would be like a little bit more neutral, so this would be more of a nice matte all over lid color, or maybe even like a base as well, just not the perfect highlight for all my other shadows. Then this one I think is really nice as well because it is really nice and shimmery, as you can see up here. So quickly checking out the name, that one is called George and Wheezy. And I think that one is great for all over the lid, maybe even as a highlight, definitely as an inner corner highlight. So I'm really excited to be using that one more. And then the last one over there is called Honey Pot, and I really like the shimmeriness in that one as well. It's a really creamy type of shimmer, it's not that flaky type of shimmer, so definitely like that color as well. And I think I'm going to be using that one as an all over the lid color. Maybe a little bit more towards the outer corner as well. And then the next row of swatches is the next row in the palette as well. The first brown one up here is called Teddy Bear, and I think that one is great for in the lid. It's just a nice matte brown, and it is not too overly pigmented, so it's going to be great for the more neutral looks. Then we have another exclusive. This is a purple, and it has this slight like bluish shift to it. I don't know if you guys will be able to pick up on it. but that is really, really nice as well, and that's gonna give me some color to work with. And then we also have a pink in there, which is called Boy Toy, and that one has a slight goldish touch to it, for as far as I can see right now. Also really nice to be able to use that one, and that would be a good lid color as well, I think, because it is light enough to use that way. Then in between the pink and the green, we actually have a color as well, which you can barely see. That one is called Peach Fuzz, and as the name already says, it's kind of a peachy color. There are some stray glitters in there, which I'm not too big of a fan of because it doesn't really show up. You might see some glitters over there, like in between those two swatches. But yeah, I think that's gonna be an okay color to use all over the lid, kind of as a base, before I use any other colors, just to set my eyeshadow base. Then lastly, we have another exclusive. This is a green, and this one also has a slight shift to it. Still trying to decide whether it is more on the goldish or maybe you see a little bit of blue. So that's going to be definitely an interesting color to work with, and I'm really curious to see how I'm going to be able to use that one properly in my looks as well. That's going to make the palette a little bit more challenging, but that's nice. That will help me do new things, hopefully. And then the last colors over here, we have like the more dark colors and a silver. The darker colors, let's see, starting from up here, that one is called Label Whore, because why keep all the names nice in a Enchanted palette. It is a brownish purple, but there actually is a green shift to it, like when I look at it in the pan. Don't really see that here, so I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out when I use it on my eyes a little bit more. So I'm gonna figure that out soon enough, I think. Then the one next to that is called Glamourland, and it is a lighter color again. I think that is also a great color to use like all over my lid if I don't want a too light look, or a little bit more towards the outside of the lid when I want to keep it slightly more neutral. Then we have another exclusive, and that one is a purplish kind of brown. It's kind of going towards the burgundy eggplant type color, but not quite yet. Like in the swatch it definitely shows a little bit more brown, so yeah, that's gonna be a great crease color and outer corner color. Then we have Ooh and Ah, which is a silver, and that is gonna be interesting to use. I'm definitely curious to figure out how that is gonna turn out in my eye looks. But I think I would probably use it in a similar way as I've been using the like bluish green aqua colors in my Sleek Monaco palette over the last 2 years, because that is a lighter, like a cooler toned color as well. And then lastly, of course, we have a black in there. This one is Stiletto. It feels really buttery when I'm swatching it, but at the same time it is not completely opaque or anything at the same time, as you can see here. So it's just your typical matte, not like overly exciting black color. So yes, this is the palette that I'm gonna be working with. Just showing you guys the close-up again. I think that shows a little bit easier. You can see the slight green shift in here, even though you cannot really see that properly on the swatch. So I'm really curious to see how I'm gonna be making looks with this. There definitely are some more neutral colors in here. Like these are really easy to work with. This one, this one, this one. This one doesn't really show up, so that's gonna be a lot easier anyway. This is gonna be pretty easy. And then like the ones with the shifts in color and stuff, I'm really excited to see how that is gonna turn out when I actually put it on my eyes. So yeah, that is the introduction for my Panda palette. I'm just gonna start playing around with this for the next month of January and see how I'm gonna feel about them. I definitely will have a little bit more in-depth review about most of the colors by my next update, so definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow along and see my latest updates. And yeah, that is it. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am about this brand new challenge and this whole year of new panning challenges that are to come. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.